Hello, Chronoholics. I am Dr. Karan Madan, and welcome to another episode of Chronoholic Cafe, the podcast where we talk about watches, life, and everything in between. We had a lovely time at Dubai Watch Week experiencing the brand's displays and pavilions. In fact, this was the first time that Team Chronoholic attended any global watch fair as press, and it was truly an honor to be among the greatest of watchmakers and legends of the industry. An experience very close to my heart was the Bvlgari Pavilion. Placed right next to the entry gates, one could not miss this tastefully created building. From observing disassembly and reassembly of world-famous Bulgari calibers from their master watchmakers, to getting first-hand information about the dial-making techniques the brand employs, especially how they work with malachite stone and also beautiful enamel work. To mark the pinnacle of the experience at the Bvlgari Pavilion, we got to see the 70-piece Matar bin Lahej X Octofinissimo Special Edition made, launched and even sold out at Dubai Watch Week. The highlights of this watch are how Matar bin Lahej, the legendary Arabic calligraphy artist and chief designer of the Museum of the Future, utilized the watch's surfaces as his canvas and used cutting-edge techniques to laser etch his calligraphy on individual links, the case and the dial. In Arabic, the full quote references the future and the forward outlook of the Middle East, and it came from His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid himself. The font is now famously called the Matar font. In fact, to tell you more about Bulgari, Dubai Watch Week, the special edition, and how Bulgari is faring in India, we have a very special guest. Today, our guest in the Bulgari booth at Dubai Watch Week is Neha Dhingra, the marketing manager for Bvlgari India. Hi Neha, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good, and you?
Very well, thank you. And thank you for arranging our special visit and getting us a spot on the panel discussion for this fabulous event.
It's absolutely our pleasure to host you here, to have you, because we really feel it's important for the right people to be sitting in the right panel.
Certainly.
And with the expertise, with the knowledge that you carry, we really feel that's an addition to not just, you can say, to you, but to a Bulgari panel as well.
Thank you very much for having that faith and confidence in us, and it's thoroughly reciprocated as well. So thank you so much. Tell me about your experience at Dubai Watch Week. How has it been for you so far?
So this is my first, you can say, visit to the Dubai Watch Week 2025. What I'm hearing, from all my peers, all my industry friends, the Dubai Watch Week has really outgrown. And especially when it comes to Bulgari, we've also taken a bigger booth here, the right location, because Bulgari always scouts for the right location.
That's right.
Where the brand is really can host an experience. And that's why we have listed a series of, you can say, panel talk, watch master classes, so everything is here. And of course, we have launched the, you can say, novelty for the Dubai Watch Week. We have collaborated with the Arabic artist, a very well-known Arabic, you can say, calligraphy artist, Mr. Matar, and we have done a collaboration with him to do, you can do a novelty launch only for the Dubai Watch Week. And we really take pride in, you can say, telling that it was a 70 pieces limited edition, and everything sold out in one day. We're extremely happy.
It had to. What a fantastic edition. The Octofinissimo being the perfect canvas for all artistic purposes, and this was
designed for the future.
Designed for the future. Trust me, I've seen it firsthand. Mind-boggling stuff. Neha, what would you think is the future of Bulgari in the Middle East first, and then we'll talk about the Indian market as well. So what do you think is happening in the Middle East market right now?
I think, we really see, you can say, MEA as a collective region, although I'm not an authorized, you can say, spokesperson to comment on this, but more from, you can say, the marketing lens that I see, we really see, in, you can say, curating more experiential, you can say, things, be it our clients, be it the market, for them to really understand, because we are not just, you can say, Bulgari is not just a name in the luxury. When we say luxury, we really mean it, in whatever we want to deliver, how we want to serve our customers, how is that we are bringing you to the table, innovation, because that's the key for Bulgari, and how you're getting those innovations to the table in terms of experience. So that's what we really believe in.
That makes sense. And then, of course, with the name comes with so much responsibility, so much heritage, that it's very natural for the brand to have kind of rules of engagement with how artists collaborate with them and how they look at the future as well. What do you think? What do you think of the Indian market for Bulgari watches specifically?
See, I think you can say for that, as Fabrizio and you can say Jonathan, you can say mentioned already in there. You can say our managing director and the creative director for Bulgari, they've already mentioned in their interviews that 2026 is to look forward for Bulgari.
Wow.
You will see a lot of innovations, a lot of, you can say, masterpieces coming from Bulgari. So yes, that's a lot.
What's your personal take on the collab edition this time?
I think this is like, because we Bulgari really strive to go out of the box, right? To really strive for the right, you can say, collaborations which speaks the DNA as well, not just for, you can say, the sake of having collaboration. I think it's more about that you really need to match your DNA,
Absolutely.
and that's a brand DNA should not, you can say, hide. And what another thing, if you've noticed about Bulgari, whenever we collaborate with some artists, you'll always find us like Mutter and Bulgari, like the artist comes first, because we really want to give artists a canvas and not like, because that's how the creativity evolves. And I think Fabrizio, you can say, our global creative director for the watches, like he really truly believes that we need to give the open canvas to the artists. We need to celebrate the artists, because that's why we are collaborating, and that's the future of collaborations we really see.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is, in essence, the spirit of collaboration.
Yes.
That's perfectly put. Just a personal question here.
Yeah.
What's your favorite collection from the Bulgari catalog? And I know it's tough. I can totally understand, but well, go for it.
Yes. See, if you personally ask me, like, I really want to go for a Bulgari Serpenti Eterna, and that's my first favorite. And the second favorite that I have, of course, is the Bulgari Two Bogas, which is a marble.
The new one, yes,
the new
exactly.
One, that's it, because that's celebrating the Bulgari's 50th anniversary this year for the Two Bogas. Your Bulgari collection. So I really want to, because it speaks volumes about the Italianness, right, and the Roman craftsmanship. So I really want to have this on my wrist. Thank you.
Well, one day soon, Godspeed. I hope it happens soon.
Yes.
And again, this has been an absolutely wonderful experience. Thank you for arranging all of this for us. Any message you would like to give to fellow chronoholics and watch collectors back home in India?
Don't just run for the innovations or the collabs. Find a meaning, right, in what you're looking for. It should speak volume about yourself. So just try to see a reflection of you. If you want to really, you can go for the collabs or any of the watch. That should reflect your personality, is all I can say.
At the exclusive panel discussion between Matar bin Lahej and Fabrizio Bonamassa Stigliani, the director of watchmaking design at Bulgari, where they spoke about the collaborative process and the specialty of this limited edition release, I personally had the privilege to meet Matar and discuss his art, his philosophy, and even got him to sign my copy of the book called The Art of Time, released at Dubai Watch Week to commemorate the artistic collaboration. Matar wrote my name in English first, then signed it, and then finally wrote my name in his font and calligraphy. Can you tell how proud I am of this treasure? Speaking of treasures, to round off our sublime experience at the Bvlgari Pavilion at Dubai Watch Week, we got to sit down with Fabrizio for an exclusive interview with Team Chronoholic. That will be showcased at a later date. Finally, our first ever experience at Dubai Watch Week was nothing short of stupendous. We are very proud of the work we did, the content we created, and the connections we made. What was important was the way we presented India as the next big thing. And that also paves the way for amazing features that we will be bringing to the community in due time. We will be back with another episode of Chronoholic Cafe in the future. Stay tuned, and thank you for watching.